Hi there. Today I want to talk to you about words you would use when going shopping. But before I do, I want to say this. If you love shopping and you love Esperanto, there's a way that you can help Esperanto USA while you shop. Go to smile.amazon.com and select Esperanto League of North America Incorporated as your charity of choice. And then every time you buy something using smile.amazon.com, instead of just the regular amazon.com, when you hit purchase, poof, you've given 0.5%, half a percent of your money to Esperanto USA at no extra cost to you, which is awesome. It doesn't sound like much, but it adds up quickly when hundreds and hundreds of you are doing it. So please, take 10 seconds and do that right now. You did it? Good. Now, let's look over some words. So buying, selling, what do we start with? Let's look at Vendi. That means to sell. From there we get Vendisto, one who sells, and we have Vendejo, which is a place for selling or a shop. Now that is a verb primarily. Vendi is a verb. So we can certainly build a word that means a place out of that, but wouldn't it be nice to have a word for a shop or a store that the root itself is talking about a place for selling? Well, we do, and it is Butiko. Butiko is a shop, a boutique, as the French would say. And we borrowed it from the French people, and now we have boutique in English too. So a butiko is a shop. And from there we get Butikisto, which means a shop owner. And note that a Butikisto and a Vendisto are not the same, because a Vendisto can go door to door. Like my children's book, The Marriage of the Muffin Man, La Nupto del Muffin Vendisto, he is a muffin seller. He doesn't have a muffin shop in the beginning of the book. He's just going door to door and maybe having a booth somewhere. By the way, the name for a booth would be budo, like at a trade show, but we can talk about that later. So Vendisto, that is one who sells. Butikisto is one who sells, but primarily has a shop for the selling. And the next word is very useful, Butikumi. That is the word for to shop, to go shopping. Don't say butiki. Oh, mi butikas. That technically is a verb, butiki. You'll find it in some dictionaries, but maybe once or twice ever have I seen that used. That would mean to have a shop, to set up shop somewhere would be butiki. The common phrase, word phrasing that you want to use is butikumi. And if you're a shopper, one who's kind of window shopping, moseying around, you are a butikumanto. Next, we have some words that you might use more frequently, because if you go to Walmart right now, you're not going to bump into the owner of the store. You're not going to see some guy selling you fish, fish, fresh fish. No, who are you going to actually interact with at Walmart? The cashier. So let's learn the word for cashier. Kasisto is the word for a cashier. It's also the word for a treasurer. Now, in English, I don't think of those as being the same thing. I think of a treasurer as the little old lady at the Baptist church who's in the back office there counting up money from the offering plate. Well, Pastor, it looks like giving is up this week. Oh, good, we don't have to mortgage the parsonage. That's a treasurer in my mind, and that I never think of that and a cashier being the same thing, but they both handle money. They both deal with the funds and transfer of money and all that. So, yeah, in Esperanto, Kasisto means the same thing. It can mean either one, cashier or a treasurer. In fact, speaking of Kasisto, I was just elected the treasurer of the Usona Esperantista Junularo, which is the youth group part of Esperanto USA. So I'm excited to be handling funds for all that. I don't think I have to work a cash register at the job, but I'll be helping to find new ways for us to spend money on giving scholarships for people who otherwise can't afford it to go to Esperanto events, helping fund events in more cities and more frequently. It's exciting stuff. So please use smile.amazon.com so we can do more of that stuff. So a Kasisto is a cashier or treasurer. Kaso is the word for a till, a cash register, or a fund as well. A way to remember this is likashis lakason, por protecti lamonon. He hid the cash register so he would protect it from being robbed by the robber or something like that. That phrase just reminds us, oh, that's why we couldn't say, oh, why isn't, the cash collection just kasho? Yeah, well, kashi is already a verb. It means to hide something. So kaso sounds pretty similar to cash, if that helps you remember it. So kaso is where we get kasisto. And then who's the person dealing with the cashier? Well, we could say a butikumanto, a shopper, a one who is doing the store thing. But there's a better word, and that is kliento, which is a client or a customer. So the client talks to the cashier, and what does the cashier give the person at the end of the transaction? A receipt. What's the word for receipt? It is kvitanco. Kvitanco, how are we going to remember that kvitanco means receipt? Well, you might not realize this, but 3 months ago, scientists discovered that the sun is exactly 8 CVS receipts away from planet Earth. Now that's an old meme, and it plays on the funny, idea that CVS does print absurdly long receipts every time you go into the store. You buy a pack of gum, you have a receipt this long. So think of that, picture that. Now picture some Italian Mario or Luigi kind of guy who owns a CVS, but really doesn't like spending money on ink and paper for those receipts. So he's worried, oh man, the kvitanco, I wish it would quit going on, so why is it going on so long? It's so long, it's wasting the paper, it's wasting the ink. The kvitanco, I wish it would quit going on. So if you can think of a better way to connect a receipt to kvitanco, please tell me in the comment section below, because that's not my best work. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for the word for a mall, I told you what one store is a Vendejo or a Butiko. If you're looking for the word for a mall, you don't want to say malo. In fact, that is like the opposite of what you want to say. What you'd say is something like butikaro, a collection of boutiques, or vendearo. What you don't want to say is corso. You might look in a dictionary and say mall, corso. Okay, that's the word for a mall. I'm going to go to the mall. No, that's the word for a mall like the National Mall in Washington, D.C., which isn't full of shops and Taco Bells and TJ Maxx's. No, that's just a big open, it's like a park, basically. So it's like the concourse or something, or a Broadway. It's not the same thing. So just want to clarify it, because some people just go to a dictionary and assume that words can't have multiple meanings or be confusing like they are. So butikaro for a mall. But the question I have now is, how are you going to pay for all this stuff? Well, there's several ways to go about paying for things. Let's look at them. Vi povas pagi kontante. That means with cash, with ready money, per kontanta mono. Ready money, I always think of the importance of being earnest. There were no cucumbers at the store. No, sir, not even for ready money. Or in cash. How do you remember kontanta, meaning ready money? Well, there's a lot of little mom and pop shops that don't want to pay the extra fees for using credit cards. You must spend $15 to use a credit card. You see those little signs. So those little shop owners are only contenta with kontanta mono. They're only content with actual cash money. Next, we have Debetkarto. Debetkarto means with a debit card, or Kreditkarto, that's with a credit card. Then we have per rete Ĝiro. Today was the first day I ever saw the word Ĝiro, so maybe it's the first time you're seeing it. What is a Ĝiro? Well, that is that's a transfer of funds from one bank account to another. And so back in the day, that would be done with a money order. Send a wire with some money so I can get a train out of here. Toot sweet. Okay, well that's not how we use it today. But today, what would we do if we're transferring funds from one? What would that be? PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, that sort of thing. Now you could certainly say, vi povas pagi per Venmo, per PayPal, but it's good to know how to describe that, and to someone from another country who may be in China. They don't use Venmo. They have some Chinese thing that we've never heard of before. I don't know. So per rete Ĝiro, with an internet transference system. Well, what good is shopping if you can't find a good sale? Rabato is the word for a rebate, a discount, a reduction, a sale. And look at this phrase. Antaŭ la aĉeto mi uzas maĉeton kaj vendas ĝin kun granda rabato. Before the purchase, I am using a machete to cut prices, and I'm selling it to you with a big discount. I'm giving it to you at a great price on sale, basically. So I use aceto and macheto, just to remind you, aceti means to purchase something, but in English, we say something's on sale. Well, it's not like something is sitting on a thing called a sale, right? So on, why that preposition? I don't know, or I'm giving it to you at a good price. Well, instead of on or instead of at, in Esperanto, we say kun granda rabato, kun eta rabato, with a discount, with a rebate. And here we have la rabato robato, the discount robot, and he's half off. Now, if you want to learn more words that are related to, traveling salesmen and bazaars and trade shows and things like that, and doing demonstrations and expositions and commerce and salesmen, things like that, where are you going to go? Well, this is enough for one lesson. Maybe I'll do a follow-up, but if there's a book that you'd like to check out, then I'll tell you what it is. It is Credumin Signorino by Cesare Rossetti, written, I believe, in 1950. That book is old enough that there's copies of it online. I'll put a link in the video description below. You can check it out. It is a very fun story about a guy who decides to get into being a traveling salesman. He goes on all kinds of adventures that even gets a little steamy at places, so I think you'll enjoy that. I thought it was a very, very good book. So read that book. Let me know what you think of it as well, and I guess I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.